Well, hello there. Everything's good here. Button alt. So just make sure all of the things. Set it in jest, but it sounds relaxing. Probably to pay a spa like $100 at least, right? Let's do that. Kind of scrambling to get going here. Took a little longer to get home than I thought. And then I needed a nappy. I was dying. Okay. So, what are we going to get up to today? We got our... See, this one is the... This is the example tutorial app. We messed with the Android side, and it wasn't quite as cut and dried as I hoped. We're going to try to use a package. That's what I was missing. Yes. Need to do this. And this. That. Need to get some tunes for me. Little background volume there. Okay, now open you. And we're looking for not the Android part of it. Where did I put? There you are. Scripting animations in Python myself. Got my framework all worked out. Now just trying to make a longer animation. It's mind twisting. Gotcha. Hub spec has been edited. Thought we did that. What? Maybe something else got pulled in. Either way, we'll run that. Okay, got dependencies. Cool. Yeah, I've never written animations in Python, I don't think. Pretty cool, though. I've done a little bit of image editing in Go. Size-wise, not real, like, nothing fancy. Are you running? Good, you're running. Okay, we'll let you settle in. Okay, and then we need to pull up this. Same as anywhere, right? Use lib that can write PNG, generate frame, switch with FFmpeg. Gotcha. The only animation I've done is in like tutorials on game engines where you had a couple different sprites and you just put them in there and it kind of works out. Like there's a little bitty timeline and you like loop it, and I don't remember. It's been a long time. I don't remember a ton about it. Flutter get screen time. Didn't bookmark this. I should have. App usage. There we go. Okay, so in order to do this, so we need to min-SDK version. Not distract go mod go. No, that's cool. We're actually kind of on a side quest currently. Pardon me. One sec. Still trying to get over the last of that cough. So I kept running into sharp edges in Cogent, and it was frustrating for one, but also it's kind of a case of like I don't know if I'm doing something wrong or if it's a bug in a lot of cases, right? It was eating a ton of time repeatedly. So I was frustrated. And I said, well, let me check out Flutter, right? And I did a tutorial. It was pretty cool. But the I need to do like something more involved with it, right, to really evaluate it. So we're gonna do a little bit of an app and see what we can do there. Just a little screen tracker to kind of bump into some of the real world use cases. So as soon as we get the screen time pulling from the system, we'll get into UI stuff and kind of feel it out. Trying to grok API testing in MUD context. That is tricky. What am I working on? I'm experimenting with Flutter to see if we want to replace the UI in the MUD I'm making. So API testing in MUD context is going to be tricky because you almost need to like, it's a Flutter bot, yes. You almost need to like have an automated client, right? This is something I've thought about too. To really truly exercise it, you almost need to automate a client that will do actions like a character will, right? So that's a thing for sure. The other thing to think about is for like load testing, right? If you could run a bunch of bot clients, you could get some idea of how your system performs under load. I did see, is this a distributed system MUD? What do you mean by distributed system? Okay, so this guy. Android app build.gradle. All right, we'll dive back into this nonsense. It's actually right here, I think. How's your backend run? Is it systems or just an exe? When it overloads, you're broken. It's just an exe. It's a monolith. Flutter Gradle plugin must be applied after. Oh, okay. Interesting. Okay, main SDK version should be in here somewhere. Oh, it's set by Flutter. Okay, so that's probably in PubSpec. SDK is greater than. Okay, well, that doesn't really help me. All right, so we need to figure out view Gradle config. Been wanting to bring door games back by changing the login shell on Linux box to be the game exe. Doing Docker containers for all the backend services that make up the actual game. Interesting. I guess the question that comes to my mind is, are you doing that for education or because you think you need containers for them all? Because that's going to add a ton of complexity, and I'm dubious of what the value of it is, right? Okay, change values of any of these properties. I'm confused as to what, because this feels like it's set somewhere in Flutter, but maybe it's just like a hard-coded starting point. Kind of interesting. Isolated building any part of the system having trouble would be completely isolated. Modulo shared hardware from the failing bit. Kind of. Like, you could get that if they were all executables too, but also, like, it's a ton of complexity up until you need it, right? That you probably don't need, which is why I did a monolith. Like, I don't think I'm gonna need that kind of scale, right? All right. Well, if these guys just tell me I can change this to suit my needs, I'm just gonna. All right. 21. Do it. Make it happen. The following package is the manifest namespace Android manifest XML. Where does that live? Gradle? No. Would it be plugins? Sure, but I'm crazy. I wrote a distributed system scaffolder tool so I can build whole networks of services as fast as I can design them. Okay, yeah. There, found it. Source, src main. Open U. Things get angry, but okay, whatever. We already know that that's kind of a thing that seems to happen unless we open this exclusively in the Android folder. Tools is manifest namespace. So in here, I don't see anything else like this other than that, but maybe I don't really know XML either, so we'll just YOLO this and see what happens. I might need to put it up here. Oops. Everything we do for this project is new. Can I do that? No. Can I do that? No. I guess we'll put you here and see what happens. Well, is the following permissions to the manifest? Anywho, uses permission. Do we see? Nope. Oh, here below is an example. Duh. I should have just looked down. So this is correct. They have a package name. There's a label. Okay, I won't worry about that until we know we need it. And then, because I don't see you, I guess we can put you up here. It's fine. Uses permission. Android name. Android dot permission. Oh, oops. Permission. Package. Yeah, package. Usage. Stats. Tools. Ignore is protected permissions. That sounds a little sketch. But YOLO. Okay. Theoretically, now let me just open this and see if it'll actually build. Yes, YOLO. Hey man, how you doing? Hey, doing all right? How about you? Android Studio. Give this a second. Okay. Error parsing my XML. What did I close that? We got this. Doesn't. Used to thinking of MUD as pure text interface, so JS HTML for it seems bulked up. Yeah. It's the client that goes around the interface, the text box. But I'm avoiding JS and HTML because I don't like it. So why can't you be... I wonder if... Android.permission, package usage stats, name, tools, ignore, protected permissions. I wonder if this needs to be lower in the deal. Oh no, I did this wrong. Okay. This does need to go inside here. It just can't go on the same line, apparently. I thought that looked weird. Maybe I should go look what Flutter is before I chat. I believe it compiles to native. I mean, it's... I didn't dig into it that much. I just knew I didn't have to write JS and HTML. I don't really like doing web dev. And I didn't want to do like Electron or something, right? Like, I don't know if it ever touches JS at some point in the Dart compilation, but I'm not going to worry about it if it does, as long as it doesn't suck. There we go. Okay, good. So now I've got that fixed up. Make sure it actually comes up. Okay, perfect. No data yet. We get our test data string. Okay, next step here in getting this something working is we need to go so in here where we do our update data, this needs to be async again. We need to try date time. I'm just going to use their example. Date time dot now. Date time start date is end date dot subtract duration hours 1. So we're going to get stats from the last hour. List of app usage info list is await app usage get app usage, start date, end date, and then is the set state. Infos is info list. What is set state? That's a new... Set state. Little caught up, cool. Kernel state of state object. I would have to... I'd have to look at more of their example app, I think, to see what they're talking about here. Increment counter. Make the change in the function you pass to set state. Oh, I bet you it's because it's async. We need to also... We need to get this guy in here. Which was... app usage. This is 4.0.1. I've hit the wrong key there. There we go. And we need to get... That should fix... we need to also... app usage. That will help. There we go. Okay. I'm going to omit this set state for now. But we'll throw it in here just as a reminder to ourselves. Because we're in our state, right, meow. That's the reason we put that in here. On app usage exception. Catch exception, print exception, sure. Why aren't you? What have I? That's fine. We could actually just say, that we need to do Yeah, is it message? Need a dollar sign there. Something like that, I think. That's a docs on the error, which is very self-explanatory. I'm confused as to why this isn't correct. Is there 5 months ago? This seems to be the most recent. Don't see anything that indicated it wouldn't be. Let's go check. Where's the link? Right there. Here's their example. Start.io show platform. This. You're not an example, that's why. Okay. It's like, this looks more like the actual package code. Try that again. There we go. Okay, so material app usage again. Perfect. Extend stateful widget. Extend state. Yeah, okay. So that's why that's why they're using set state here. So they've changed that completely. Okay. I guess we can just catch anything. Why not? Not a message though. It's e to string probably. Okay. But we will in the docs back here. App usage info each has the following public fields: app name, usage. Okay. And this prints them to string. So what we can do is a quick and dirty way to figure out what's going on here. Is we'll do that, and we'll say to string. So And then, and I don't actually need the braces here. Okay. And then at the end here, data equals the accumulator string we just did. That'll be a quick and dirty hack to get it to spit us out. We don't really care what it looks like. We just want to make sure that we're on the right track. Long as we have that, we should be happy. Tidy that up while we wait for it to build. Make sure I muted that. I didn't. You should be plugged in as well, which you're not. All right, we're missing. Oh, we don't have that SDK. Android app SRC. No, it was in build Gradle. So we need 8. I swear I changed that. Does this get overwritten? Might need to check it in the emulator too, but it does change it. Okay, so it's got to be getting set someplace else. Check here. Okay. This doesn't look the same as their examples that they're talking about. Local.properties, okay. Which is in Android. Local.properties. I don't see. This is the Flutter SDK. Oh, okay, we gotta add it. So it must be defaulted somewhere. Let's do that. And then let's see if that fixes that error or not. We still might need to mess with the emulator. Okay, it's still going to want to install this. But it's going to fail again, I'm sure. No, what? Okay, then. I'll take it. Really thought I would be spending less time messing with this stuff, but such is the way she goes. Looks like Twitch fell over. Sorry, Twitch. Hopefully that's the only time it happens tonight. That reminds me I need to check and see if I showed that high packet loss I was seeing the other night. I do, okay. But 758 was the last time. Very confused by that. Throughput looks good. I don't think that one was me. Okay. Cool. Data is nothing. Oh, what? That's all allowed. I wonder if that was a permission thing and now it will work. No, it just launches this. Where is your example app? Or is it just the GitHub one? Oh, I'm an idiot. This needs to be permitted to use. I missed that. So we need to pop a thing to do that ahead of time. Okay. Perfect. Okay. This is promising. This is giving me everything, though. Because we haven't run first Flutter app today. Have we? Time is correct, or date is correct, rather. Time is correct. And we got... I mean, we certainly haven't done this within the last hour. I'm 90% sure. That seems weird. Is there, what's this? What's going on here? That is the first Flutter app. You weren't closed. Wait, no. This is shortcuts in this version, right? Well, this is accurate now for sure. That this was the last time it was on screen. What would this be? Not on screen, but in the foreground. Usage, start date. Okay, start of the interval. So usage is here as duration. Start of the interval. So 6:36. That's not quite correct. What I should do here is chuck in a new line. We can hot reload that. That'll make it a little easier to read. So duration of minute 13. And then it should be date time for, get start date. $6:36 still. It should be 51. Let's do this. And this is and you are new line U2. 752. That's correct. And is right now. That's correct. Usage isn't. Tell you what, I'll be right back. I'm gonna take a quick break. There we go. All fixed. Okay, so tidy this up real quick. So our timestamps are a little weird, but we are getting data back. That's good. Let's kind of do this a little bit. Make it a little easier for me to read too. I guess we would need to time. Let's do that. Let's open our first app. And it was 1:13. So we're going to leave this open until the clock changes by a minute. And it was. So we're going to leave the clock yet again, and we'll see if we get roughly a minute or 2 minutes and 14, give or take. Or my internet could fall over. That could happen too. Okay. Close that. 220. Okay, yeah. Okay. So that seems to be working even if the timestamps are a little bit weird. Huh. I'm also not seeing... I guess we could just debug. But... Get this plugged back in real quick. I'm not seeing... I'm going to snooze that for a second. There should be a start date and an end date and a last foreground. So, start date, end date, where's last foreground, right? We probably do need to debug to get that. So let's just go right until after we pulled the data. And see what app usage info really looks like, right? Meow. Okay. Update, hit the breakpoint. Info list, app usage infos. So here's our first app. Usage is 220, right? Start date. Start date is supposed to be start of the interval. But it's 6:36. Which is not what that is. End date is roughly correct. I think, yes. Last foreground. So that's like 0 of epoch time. So it doesn't know. That's not correct at all. So it works, but it's a little dodgy. Do we care is kind of the question. Let's stop that. Close that down. Let's take a look at their issues. Issues. Oh, I, oh, he put them all in the same repo. Okay. Dang it, that's gonna make this a little hard. That's silly. Okay, well, we saw this one. Okay, bug fix has been added by Amandeep. Is that... I I guess a bunch of people commit to this, so I don't know if he's like one of the main guys or just a triage guy is my question, but compatible predictive back. High battery drain. Well, we don't want that now, do we? Screen time, iOS. I don't care about that. Why aren't we talking about how it returns the wrong timestamp? I guess it doesn't really matter, right? It's just kind of annoying and indicates that all may not be well. Um, um, get foreground time. It's not what I want. How about Flutter? App usage statistics. That's the same package we were using. Okay, it's the only answer we got in this one. Usage stats. That site looks a little jank. Oh, there's another usage stats. I don't think this is. There we go. Usage stats as opposed to app usage. This looks very similar. Okay, we check permission here. That's a nice step that they've included in their example. Query events, query usage. Okay, this seems to be more complete. There's no interval type, no unit tests. API level 22. Also 5 months ago. Let's look at your repo. Hacktoberfest. Several contributors. 8 issues. This should be like millisecond. Yes. Here in a few days, probably tomorrow, but it's still open. Add unit tests. Still chillaxin. So they fixed some build errors, but they haven't bothered to write tests for it yet. That's annoying. Maybe we just go with the one that does a little janky time. I don't like that. We can always replace it though too. If we run into some trubs, we can swap it. As long as we're careful, because sort of like the boundary of what we care about is here, right? Whatever we get back, we can format it here and we can use it and do stuff. Okay. Guess we're not using Dart async anymore. Thought we would be because we got async here. Must be a different package that provides that. There was something else that Dart async came from. Okay. I'm not totally thrilled with it, but I think we're going to go with it. Let me just double check this. Stop it. Don't want to do that. What? This is not what I want. Alright. Yeah, we're going to go with this for now. With the knowledge that we might have to dig into replacing it, right? We kind of went down that path and we found a bunch of unknowns, but it's fine. We just need to yep, usage. Okay, yeah. We just want to get it running right. Okay, so let's. Pretty sure that's the one we already did. This start. Let's go with. This for now, and we will we'll create a repo for it. We'll do a proper project. Let's do that real quick. So I gotta think about how I want to display this too. We did like a bar graph that could get cluttered. We could also just like do the top couple or something. I think they were saying that I think I saw somewhere somebody was saying that this data would expire eventually. The thing I'm worried about is actually, let's do this real quick. What if we change you to days? We'll run that again. Because we want to break this down, right? And up here it says, stats are only precise down to a daily basis. This is a limitation from Google's implementation. Daily would be fine, but we're going to want like a history, I think. So if we did this, then it would go correctly until then. This still doesn't show me. That doesn't make any sense. That timestamp doesn't make any sense. Is the weird part. I mean, I guess we can go look at it, right? It would have to be an Android source. No, I lied. This is the example. App usage. Lib is Dart. Millisecond since epoch. Method channel invoke method get usage. Okay. Interval. Start, end. So my question is, like, how did the Android part of this get set up when we did this, right? Because all we did was we added this, the permission use. That was it. We didn't write any Android code in here. Method channel. App usage.method channel. I thought we had to write Android code for this, right? Let's see here. What was I searching when I found that answer? Platform specific code. Method channel is still there. So here in their example, method channel. So we do all that. Invoke method. All this, but we had to do this. So how did they do that? Manifest. Hmm. Ah, here we go. So this must, as part of the plugin, get put somewhere. And we can do, oh, it's over here. Get usage stats. Get app usage. So there's get usage. It seems like the only one. One method call. Huh. Interesting. Permissions must be given by the user, must be set correctly. Okay. Start. This becomes a long. I wonder if there's precision loss or something going on here. Timestamp shouldn't be. That long, I don't think. 64-bit signed integer. That's not what I want for sure. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's only 10 digits in epoch time right now. It's a signed int. It shouldn't matter. So we should have, there shouldn't be an issue there. Context is start and end. Ah, they put context in the class. I see. This is a class method. Okay. The issue we had. Probably a skill issue on my part. And then usage. That's interesting. Like, I don't see where that would be an issue, right? It should be correct. Start and end. And then, string and it, ooh, int. Numbers in charge. Or like, I would be shocked if this is an issue, right? But native most often a 64-bit mobile or desktop processor. Oh. "64-bit signed to's complement." So we should have more than enough for that. So it shouldn't be an issue there. Milliseconds since epoch. So it would have to be in that conversion there, probably. Double check. I wonder if that... here's a dart. From milliseconds since epoch. That's the other way around. And we do... date time now, so that gives us a date stamp. Date time. I wonder if it's a time zone thing. What if we were to do that? Still wouldn't change those. Changes that, which is fine. We're up to 4 minutes on the first Flutter app, though. And our screen time TC 42 minutes. That makes sense because we've been on in and out of here. Would it be in get usage as usage? Start date, start date. We await. Time from milliseconds since epoch. Oh, it rounds. Okay. What would temp 0 be? What is that doing? We had that pulled up, but here we go. Oops, that's microseconds. Milliseconds, right? Yes. I don't understand why you would round that. Hmm. A little bit sus, but I think we're okay to still use it for now. Like I said, we can do our own thing if we need to. I would rather not, but you know. Let's make a repo for this. I've seen enough to know that, like, I feel okay about it. Repositories. New. That we'll make this private for now. Git ignore or Flutter. README. We can add one for now. That's fine. Okay. Now. Okay. We're going to, we'll minimize that for now, or stop that. Stop you for now. Pardon me. API is 28, so yeah, that's fine. Okay. Let's do Gonna open? I guess we don't believe in new window. Open. This folder. New window. Ooh, actually, I don't want to do that. I'll close that. I want to do new Flutter project. That is the correct SDK. You go here, though. Is there... That's not the button. That's the button. Pull this over. Is there something we should do? A format or something? Where's the organization name when we create a new Flutter project? I see. Okay. What if I don't? Ideally, bundle should be reverse company website domain. Okay, well, I just have a GitHub page. We're just gonna do that for now. And we can change it. Yes, that's fine. We can change it if we need to later, it says, so. Flutter Doctor was unsuccessful. What happened there? Okay, so nothing got created. Let me yoink that. Let's go. That should be fine. Wait, no, it did. Okay. It did create things. So why didn't you... New window. Something happy, that's for sure. Let's see. I think for... Let's close this for now. I can't close this for now. Something may happy. Okay. Whatever. This is fine. We're gonna bring over only the relevant parts here. We don't need that. We prove that to ourselves. I need this junk right now. Bring that in. This can all stay for a second. Actually, we're just gonna bring that in. All right. These guys need to be, because we just, you know, we end up redoing this. That's fine. What I really want is just to have a clean repo with regards to things like PubSpec and the Android stuff, which is why I did a POC and didn't ever commit anything. So dependencies, we got Flutter SDK. These guys come over. They get bumped back out there though. We'll do get local.properties in Android. We do need to still do. That'll come over. The Android app build Gradle, that doesn't change, but src main manifest, we do need to bring those over. Not a problem. Not one of those. And then uses permission. Like so. I guess we can pull them, it's fine. We'll worry about that later. Okay, so we got those. That's good. Anything else? I think that's everything we needed. If I'm already running. Let's close this. I think we're okay with that for now. There we go. There we go. Interesting. Anywho. We also want to make sure our git ignore don't exclude idea yet. We want to I think can't remember if we need a slash on that or not. That like so. I need that to go away. Away. If I can get back here. Hello? May have killed it. Try that again. There we go. Okay, perfect. Ah, well, I've already screwed up that since it appends the app name. Okay. So let's fix that really quick. That's fine. Not the right one. That one. So I need to sue this. Oop. So it happens to get said in a ton of places. This needs to become did you not just my shortcut for that must be, or the setting to turn that, change that to the correct shortcut must be wrong. That's fine. Okay, we gotta go here. Change all that. That's fine, whatever. That. Fine. Can I not do... Fine. I'll just do it. It'd be like a find and replace, but like I know how to do it in a single file. I don't remember the shortcut for doing it from here. Oops. It's fine. I'll just do it like a caveman. Learn something new at least, right? They suggested adding the app, so we'll do it because they told us to. Okay. Now, if we run you again once more. Okay, you pop up because your name has changed. And we get our stuff back, and okay, perfect. What? No, this isn't right at all. Now it's dropped instead of duplicate. Can I... I just don't want to confuse myself, right? Turn you off. Oh, you're not done yet. I'm gonna wipe it and start over just to be sure. Before I get too worried. Wipe data. Yes. Okay, starting up. This will take a second. That's fine. Give this a second to finish up. Stop bouncing. I hate that. I don't know why I'm not allowed to. Okay, preparing for setup. We'll let that kind of settle. I don't need a virtual SD. Finish setup. Okay, perfect. Remind me later. I guess, sure. How about never, but you know. Okay. Stop. Okay. Now I think we're good. CPU use has gone way down. We can fire this up. Ah, excellent. This should pop. Usage access up. We say, yes, you're allowed. No. Get out of there. Okay. Now, let's try this again. Oh my gosh. So many things. Go away. Just go. Get. Okay, I'm not allowed to, I guess. It's a VM. Calm down. Okay. So, okay. Now I'll wipe again to clear that out of there. So here's what I'm gonna do. Wipe that again. Just so that there's not extra junk in there, right? That to confuse myself later. We're gonna close this. I'm gonna come in here. Everything but README. We're gonna chuck. Just because we started this early, I don't want to go dig. I'm too tired to dig out that crap right now. Just double check, make sure nothing else. They'll save my get ignore because it's hidden. All this goes in the trash. New Flutter project. Yes. What I called you, right? Yes. Sure. We're just gonna do that. Everything else I think is fine. IDEO exists, overwrite, yes. We'll let it create. New window, okay. No error on the creation this time, that's good. Now, enable Dart support. We need to also come in here. Dart, disable analytics. That's good. Now let me open my POC again real quick. New window. We'll go, oops. We'll go that. We'll go hub spec and add these back. Oops. One day I'll stop hitting page down in that thumb cluster. Goes up here. But it goes back like so. Android manifest was in we'll do git dependencies real quick. This was in Android app source main Android manifest. Just gonna do this. We'll bump it down again, make it a little prettier. Don't ask again. Leave me alone. I will add git to myself. We're gonna run you again. This should be done, so we'll close that. We'll let this start up and go through its junk again really quick. We'll get a good, clean starting place for tomorrow, where we'll go and start doing the real work, right? Okay, perfect. We'll let it settle in, finish all its crap. Alright. If I don't touch you, will you just leave me alone? We'll let CPU use come down a little bit. It's still doing stuff and things. There we go. Okay. Dev tools, okay. Okay, we'll worry about that in a minute. Or tomorrow, either way. A lot more jank in this process than I expected. I think we're done with that for now. We weren't, though. I forgot to bookmark you again, I think. But we can open you. That. Bookmark you. Perfect. Okay. Yes, yes, I know. Click to update. Allow you access. Boop. Back. Get out of here. Nothing else is running right now, though. So I'm forgetting which... No, stop bouncing. Do not bounce. Ever. We'll need to fix that for sure, but... Oh, it's saying it lost connection to device. Okay. We'll still need to fix that. That's okay. Alright, I'm not going to worry about that right now. I just want to run. There we go. Perfect. Stop it. Stop you. Maybe that was an enabled dart that I should have looked at. Oh well. It'll come up next time. So we will take this. So I'm dropping packets again, so... I'm sure Twitch will fall over. Because that's what we need. More of that right now. Okay. We'll shoot that up. All right. And that'll wrap things up for tonight. I do this thing Friday through Monday every week for the most part. And I would love to see you again. Thank you for showing up. Thanks for all the great chats we had today. Same time tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central. Twitch, you got a schedule. You can follow that. Follow me. Join Discord. All that good stuff. All my stuff is out there. Check the links in my about to know when I'm streaming, if Central Time doesn't make any sense to you. So, hopefully I'll see you guys next time. If not, have yourselves a great weekend anyway. We'll catch you some other time. And thanks.